Okay. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the longtime site of Boonville's Emancipation Proclamation celebration, to a lot of people known as Park Day. Many people do not know this because the Missouri legislature enacted a resolution identifying June as the month in which slaves were emancipated in Missouri, but that is actually not true. They adopted what the mainstream has adopted as the month to celebrate the day slaves were emancipated, and they adopted that based upon when slaves were emancipated in Texas, which was June of 1865. Because of lack of modern technology, many people did not even know that the Emancipation Proclamation had even been enacted. But in Missouri, for so many communities, for centuries, they stayed true to the time in which they knew that they were free, which was August the 4th, according to records and according to what we can see for most records, and stories that have been passed down from generation to generation. August the 4th. Okay. So for so many communities around Missouri, they maintain those celebrations, and these celebrations, were in St. Louis, Boonville, Fayette, Sedalia. Cities all over Missouri celebrated August the 4th, or at least the first Saturday in August, which was the Saturday that the emancipation fell on, which in 1863. Celebrating emancipation of slaves with celebrations in the park. Now, today, and unfortunately, other cities have conformed and adopted Juneteenth as to celebrate the days slaves were emancipated. You know what? That's fine. Neither here nor there. But that leaves Boonville, Joplin, and Springfield as the final 3 cities in Missouri that still celebrate that true legacy of celebrating the emancipation of our ancestors in August. And no matter if the Friday if the Friday right before the first Saturday in August falls on July, it doesn't matter. Still, all celebrations are centered around making sure that we celebrate it on the weekend of the first Saturday in August. So the reason why I bring you here is because this is Harley Park, always reserved. And shout out to Gary Nauman. Gary Nauman always makes sure that our tradition is not interfered. No one interferes with that or tries not to. He makes sure that people understand that if they got a baseball tournament, that, look, this celebration has been going on in Harley Park for over 75 years. Even if it didn't start here, it's been here for that long. I'm not about to interrupt that. So whoever his successor is, make sure you remember that. So I'm taking my daughter out here because, we're going out in the rain. She'll be all right. Come on, MJ. Slow. Memories for emancipation. This shelter house right here. I have so many pictures of St. Matthew's fish fry right here. This shelter house is the hub of Emancipation Proclamation. And if you look, scan around the park. So So if you look at this entire span of the park, if you remember Emancipation Celebration like I remember it, you remember that this entire park, and literally this entire park was filled. There was no grass to be seen. There was no parking space to be had. In fact, before the vote and even after, cars would park all the way down, I don't even know what that street is, and around and walk several blocks. Do you hear me? Several blocks before they got here. I remember I had 2 outfits set every year because, you know, it got too hot and you want to make sure you look good for emancipation. So our emancipation has waned, just as it has waned and died in other cities. But because the CCBC refuses, and I repeat, refuses to let the death of emancipation celebrations happen in this city, we still have a celebration, and we encourage other people to understand the importance of it, because this is Boonville's celebration. This has been going on for over 153 years. So guess what? Boonville's celebration, because the African American heritage here is everyone's heritage. We are celebrating a specific aspect of it today, or that day, but it's nonetheless everybody's history. So, for everyone who has not been back yet, for whatever reason, think about all the fantastic times you had here. I mean, sincerely, I have old pictures, other people have posted old pictures, and when I post those pictures, they're like, wow, I remember that. And it really, really does bring them a lot of joy. So instead of letting that tradition die, let's show this community how big emancipation was and still will be. Show them just how much not only cultural but economic power and pride that we have in where we come from by returning home. So, this special edition of This Is My Boonville, the Emancipation Proclamation Celebration edition, I know there's a lot to say, the EPC edition, I'm going to challenge people to share their memories of past celebrations. In addition to challenging them to come home. Come home. Because the individuals upon the shoulders of which you stand deserve to be remembered. And remembered properly. And it's going to take all of us to do it. Doesn't matter if you don't live here, it takes all of us to do it. So if you really respect and understand that you could not have got to where you are without the individuals who are no longer here, come back home. And I will see you August 5th through the 7th, 2016. Stop it.